Hello my friend, and welcome to my channel Zip. I hope that you are well. In this video we talk about string, and string are a very important part of programming. And so let's now learn about an easy way to build string using something called template literals. And let's start by creating some new variables here about a person, in this case about me. So then we can concatenate them into one big string. So I will create three variables: first name, birth year, and job. Const first name or Faisal, birth year, const birth year equal so 1981, and job as developer, or teacher, developer. Okay, and so let's now use this variable to build a string, something like I am Faisal, 40 years old, developer. So you are going to then use this birth year to calculate the age of course. So let's call that one simply Faisal, const Faisal. Simply, of course, you can do it what you want. And as we already learned in the one previous video, we can use the plus sign to concatenate string. And so let's now start by doing that. So I want to write I am, I forgot the single quote, so I am, and see now, I am, oops. Do you see the problem here? So when I want to use this single quote here for writing something like I am or isn't, so basically when I need this symbol here, I mean the single quote, okay? Then I need to write the string itself using double quote. So I will change this one to double quote this one, like this. And here there is no problem. Okay? Because otherwise the single quote that I am using here for I am will finish the string. So I am, and then I need space, then the plus, okay, then first name, I am Faisal, and so here I am saying I am Faisal, and now I can actually use the single quote, okay, like this, to continue the string, so comma, space, like this, at this point, okay. So what matters is that in each string, we start and finish with the same symbol, right? But both just create string the same way. So right now we have I am Faisal, comma, and I will use, or I will add also a sorry. And now we want the age. So let's say 40 years old, a teacher. And then let's actually calculate the age. I will create a new variable, const current year equal, this 2021. It is the current year. Maybe you will see this course, I don't know, in 3 years, you change it here, okay? Now, what I will do, I will continue with our string, so I will here add the plus, and now what I will just write the calculate age operation, so current year minus birth year, like this. Now, in order to make this one work, we actually need to put, remember, in this operation, what we need to do, we need to put parentheses. Okay, like this. Like this. Okay, it's very important. And so it will do the concatenation first, and then the calculation first, sorry, and then the concatenation. But you may be wondering where the result of this is going to be a number, right? But the rest of the things that we are adding here are strings. So how is this gonna work? Huh? Well, this has to do with something called type coercion, which is something that we are going to talk about a little bit later in this section, inshallah. But basically, JavaScript will simply convert this number, to a string to be concatenated with the rest. So that I can concatenate them so that I can join them with the rest of the string. So you will see that is going to work just fine. Okay, now let's finish our string before to display it in the log. So I will add it here plus and comma space years old space again plus job. Okay, let's add an exclamation mark plus something like this. Good. Now I have finished string. Don't worry about the formatting, because it is implemented in the editor. As I said, we'll talk about this later. Okay, then now we can finish to log this operation, this string in the console. So, and as you can see, I have used a lot of space. So, and this is kind of pain to manage this space, so sometimes, but don't worry about this for this moment. We just show you this result in the console, and we'll talk about this space just after a few minutes. So Faisal, like this, and now, as you can see, I am Faisal, a 40 years old developer. It works, just as expected. So I was saying, for a complex string like this one, this can be kind of pain. And so that's why, starting with ES6, we have a much better tool for doing this kind of stuff now, which is called template literals. So with template literals, we can write string in more normal way, and then basically insert the variables directly into the string, and then they will simply be replaced. So basically, a template literal can assemble multiple pieces into one final string. So let me show you how that works. So I create a new variable here, yeah, const. I call him Faisal new. Okay. And now, to write a template literal, we need to use backticks. It depends on the keyboard. Now, backticks, this one. So this symbol here, and you will find this symbol in the keyboard, and it depends, as I said, of which keyboard you are using. We found it maybe in the top of your keyboard, and maybe you will need to use Alt-GR. And in the macOS, it depends, as I said, remember. So there is no something common about this. So again, we really need to use this backticks to tell JavaScript that you are writing a template string or template literal. So single quote or double quote won't work for what we are going to do now. Okay. So now, as I said, we simply write a string and insert the variable in there. So let's start. I am single quote like this. It's cool. Okay. And then we use the $sign like this. After this, we added curly braces like this. We open and we close. And then inside these curly braces, we put the variable name. It is first name, like this. Okay. like this. So I am first name. And just to see if this actually works, let's log it into console.log Faisal new, this one. Okay, and now, good, I have the result. I am Faisal. Okay, so you see that it is much easier because all we have is this one string, and then here we use this syntax to insert the first name variable. And now we can continue this, and it's gonna be a lot easier. So a, okay, then again comma here, I forgot the comma, again a variable, so $sign and our curly braces, where is them? Good. Now in this case we actually need the calculation, and that's no problem at all. We can basically write any JavaScript here inside this curly braces. Technically, we can write any expression, but more about expression in one of the later, maybe later video, or I don't know, in this section. I don't know which one, but we talk about expression, of course. So I will put here our expression. It is current year minus birth year. Good. Okay. And just read it above, and then job space. I don't have, I put years old, sorry, years old, and now we added our job. So curly $sign, braces, job, like this, and exclamation mark. Now thinking we should put the space like we did here, and so this is a lot easier that we have done before in this part of the code. Okay, so let's reload our page to see the result. As you can see, I am Faisal. Okay, good. And I hope that you can see that is a way easier way of writing this string. Okay, I hope. It's really kind of assemble the string using the piece that we give it. For example, this variable first name, or this value that is produced by the minus operator. Okay, that's great. So now you know how template string work in JavaScript, and in particular in version ES6. And actually, it is one of the most used ES6 features. It is really amazing and really useful in many situations. Now, I just want to let you know that we can actually also use backticks to write all strings. So strings where we do not insert any this kind of placeholders here, like this. So just I demonstrate to you console.log like this, and backsticks. Okay, just regulate string. Okay, so we can use backsticks for any string. So you see it works perfectly. Just the same with one single quote or double quote. And many developers actually start using backticks for all strings, because then you don't have to think about which quotation marks you should use. You just use backticks always. So simple. And then, in case you need to insert a variable, then it is much easier than to go back and switch out the regular code. So that's choice that you can make. I actually don't do that myself, but I can see that it actually makes sense. Alright. Now, another great use case of template tutorials is to create multi-line strings. So that's something that before template strings was a bit cumbersome. to write. So let me just show you that. So if you want multi-line string before ES6, you would have to write string with backslash and end like this. So what I mean, console.log and strings with, okay, and backslash now and n like this, okay, which in many programming language means new line. Huh? So basically this is like special character in programming, which in string always means that new line should be created. And then in JavaScript you will need another backslash, okay, like this. It's very important in JavaScript. And then we could move to the next line and continue here. So like this. Let's create, let's call multiple and new one, new line, backslash and backslash, string with multi-line like this. I think it is good, something like this. Okay, we have 3 lines. It is good. And this actually only works because of a bug that's in their language. But let's see, as you can see, we have our string in multi-line. So we get string with multi-lines, and you see that is all the same string, but yes, split across multi-lines. But indeed now, with template strings, there is an easier way of doing this. So all we have to do is simply hit return. So I just create a new one, console log a new one to see it. And now backticks. Okay, now string with, and as I said, you push just enter of in your keyboard to create a new line. So I mean like this, multiple, again I push enter lines, and here is my string, and here is the result. So simple, without this backslash and backslash, etc, etc. Okay, so whenever you need or when we will be able to use this backticks to create a multi-line HTML, for example, element to insert them onto a page dynamically. And it's actually going to be immensely useful later when we start to build HTML from JavaScript. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So whenever you need a multi-line string, you always make sure to use this template literal because it is a lot cleaner. Good. And that's actually it about template literals. In the next video, inshallah, we'll finally start to make our code a lot more fun and take it to the next level by taking decisions. So see you in the next video, inshallah, to see how to implement the decisions. I hope that you understand how to use template literal. As you said, it's very, very easy, just using backticks. And if you have variable, to use the $sign with the curly braces inside them, the variable name, or also you can use the in expression that I will talk after also. Always I said practice, practice, practice. Don't forget to follow me in Instagram, teams.winners and faisal.chico, and Telegram, learn, practice and share, and to subscribe to my channel to receive all new videos, inshallah. Take care of us. I tell you goodbye. Wassalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.